What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reggie. We are back for episode 3 of the GOATED Legacy series, and we last left off at Duke beating Alabama. They are now 7-1. Let's take a look at the top 25 teams. Ooh, I kind of got to sneeze. Ooh, actually, I'm good. I thought I had to sneeze. Providence at number 1. UConn still undefeated, 6-0. Miami 7-0. Number 3. Kansas number 4. UNLV number 5. Ole Miss. Y'all got eyes. Y'all can see. I don't know why the hell I'll just keep naming this. Let me keep scrolling down. All right, so Kentucky's nowhere to be in sight right now, but you got Louisville up here, and that's in through the day. Let me see if it updated. Actually, I don't know if we're in the next week yet, so things might have changed. Anything change? All right, so this is probably the updated ones. All right, Villanova just climbed in that top 25. And shout out to Ryder, man. I went to Ryder for a year. Shit was dumb expensive. Gonzaga in the top 25 as well. Seton Hall in that top 25. You got 2 teams from Jersey in the top 25. You don't see that every week. Without further ado, though, got to get back to Simmons. You got Kentucky and Louisville playing this week. Duke basically got a bye game against Middle Tennessee, Butler, UConn. We don't have any crazy games. Let's see if other teams, we got other matchups going on. And here we go. Virginia versus VCU matchup at the 5 spot. Ray Beecham going up against Tay Benton. And VCU ends up winning. And they probably winning the bragging rights for the season. The best team in Virginia. Lamont Bridges had 21 in a game. Tay Benton didn't really do too much. Ray Beecham, 17 points, ain't get no type of boards, but they still got the dub. Arkansas, St. John's. First time seeing Arkansas. Got 3 prospects. Tyree Smith, Darrell Thompson, and Sincere Porter. Going up against J.J. King. Let's see how this matchup is going to go. Calipari going up against Rick Pitino, and Calipari goes to St. John's and gets the W. Tyree Smith ended up with 12 points, 16 for Darrell, and 21 and 7 for Sincere Porter, who I think is the best prospect out of the 3. Tyree Smith is also up there, projected lottery pick. J.J. King, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. Let's see the shooting splits. 3 of 10 from the field, didn't shoot too good. Anybody else? All right, nothing really notable when it comes to shooting splits on the other side. Florida State, Tennessee. We got Noah Kruger and Montez Hendricks for Florida State as the prospects to take a look at, and Adam LaPonte. I think I changed his name to, damn, what the hell did I change his name to? I think Adam Larrier. And Florida State ends up smacking them. I'm not sure if Tennessee was ranked at all. Montez Hendricks at 8 and 10. Noah Kruger, projected All-American, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 steals. Kansas, Colorado State. Kansas and Fog Allen, you could book it. 26 points, 8 assists for Zach Archer. Devin Brown, 27 points, 9 assists. He's taking that leap that I wanted to see. We'll take a look at his 3-point percentage later, because that's the biggest leap that scouts have been wanting to see out of Devin Brown. Texas going up against Michigan in this next matchup. And a damn near 40-point victory. This Michigan team, sorry. I know Joshua Kennedy didn't disappoint again. 12 points, 4 of 16 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3. Jamari Scott, 23, 14 for Dustin Williams. Kentucky, Louisville. And Louisville is the only ranked team out of this matchup, but Kentucky ends up winning by 18. 24 points for Lamar Ruffin. They took the L though. 12 for Moses Johnson. 16 for TJ Cyrus. And only 11 for Rico. Only 5 for Rico Ryder because he was in foul trouble all game. Duke, Middle Tennessee. And we got we got a mid-major prospect right here. And Jay Electra. I'll change his name to Jay Estrada. If you guys didn't watch the last episode, 2K still hasn't changed the checking for foul language. So if you put a name that's not in a database, most likely it's probably gonna be checking for foul language. But there's definitely like a lot of names I have in the draft classes that still work. Like Trent Beretta is not in the database, but that ends up getting bypassed. I just wish for like 2K, like if you're gonna have that in a game, I think I already put a post on. If you're gonna have that in a game, at least let me know what name I need to change. It just makes you like figure it out on your own. And like what I did was I put the names in for like all 75 of the players. And then after I did that, now they tell me I need to change it. So I don't know which exact player. So it took me like over an hour just to figure everything out, just changing names to see which one was it that I needed to get rid of. But that's my complaint in 2K. And Duke, Middle Tennessee, don't know why I did that. Duke wins by damn near 40 and a triple double for Reggie. Yo, we might have to have conversations. We might have to have conversations. Is Reggie Mack the number one pick? 21 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 steals. I don't think we've seen a prospect doing what he's doing in the first couple years. First couple weeks of the season. 32, 7, and 4 blocks for Rich Mack. Nah, Reggie is on one. Butler, UConn. UConn gets the W. 22 for Campbell. 13 for Trey Phillips. Xavier BYU. We got Logan Shazowskis taking on Jack Cosby. 2-point victory for BYU. This time they don't get upset at home like they did in the last episode against, I think it was Arizona. Shazowskis, though, this first time looking at him, Mason Cosby had 15 points and foul trouble all game. Shazowskis 25 and 16 and 5 assists. Milo Nikolic has returned to the lineup. Things you love to hear. Things you love to hear. I was about to change it. Look at the top 25, but we can look probably next week. All right, matchups we got this week. Kansas, Indiana. Kansas taking on Oregon. UConn and North Carolina. Kentucky got the week off, and Duke is playing against Pitt. Uh, one player one player comes back, another one gets injured. These injuries. Devin Brown separates his shoulder. Zach Archer had 18 in the game. They still won on the road. Kansas 14 for Javante Hall. And all these prospect injuries. Duke taking on Pitt on the road, and Duke ends up getting a victory. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Reggie Mack. Probably his worst game. 4-16 from the field. Definitely his worst game. Milo Nikolic, 3 points, 4 assists. Rich Mack had 26 points and 4 blocks. Yeah, you're not holding Rich or only way Rich or Reggie Mack, either one of them don't drop 20 is if both of them just get in foul trouble. One of them is getting 20. And that's special for like them being freshmen to be doing this. Michigan and Creighton. First time we seeing Creighton. Creighton got two prospects, and that's Caleb Taylor and Camden Hayes at the 2-3 spot. And they're definitely about to win against Michigan, right? Oh, no, they don't win. Caleb Taylor had 24, Camden Hayes had 11. Jasier Kennedy, 14, 6, and 6. 4 of 14 from the field. He's strapping it from the three last two games, but the percentage overall has just been bad. North Carolina, UConn. North Carolina is not ranked. They garbage. They garbage. UConn wins by 16. Trey Phillips, 24 points and 8 assists. Denny Campbell, 17 and 6. Oh, next week, okay. Kentucky got a big matchup going up against what's that team called? UCLA. Kansas, Oregon. Trent Beretta at the 5 spot. They're not really matching up, but him and Zach Archer, that's gonna be it's good. It's gonna be interesting to see who wins that overall battle. And Oregon goes into Fog Allen and pulls off the upset. Was not expecting that. Zach Archer had 12 points, 8 rebounds, but they are missing their point guard, their engine, the guy that just the floor general, the table setter, Devin Brown. That's probably why they lost this game. Trent Beretta had 18 points. I think led scoring for both teams. And we got someone coming back. Chris Williams coming back for UConn. We're not gonna go to college hoops tonight. Probably, we'll see. It depends. It gotta be like really good ass games. I gotta be in the mood for it. Kentucky, UCLA, Rico Ryder, Dyson Cambridge. We had to move. We might have to move TJ Cyrus into the starting lineup. They got smacked. He had 13 points. Rico Ryder has 17. Tyson Cambridge had 30. 6 steals. 9 of 18 from the field. What his brother do? 1 of 11. 8 assists. All right, Kentucky is 5-3. They're struggling. They need to make some changes. Luckily, though, the rest of their non-conference schedule, they shouldn't lose a game. They are playing some really bad teams. What's TJ Cyrus averaging 12.5 points? Rico Rada averaging 15. What is he doing? Nah, he got to get benched. He got to get benched. No percentage is horrific. I don't even care if they both. We got to change this up. TJ Cyrus. Damn, I'm trying to put these minutes down. I'm over here thinking is controls is 2K25. I guess we'll give it to Rico. I fixed the minutes. Gotta make sure this thing's saved. I don't need this crashing on me. Let's go back to Simmons. Kentucky, Long Beach State. In the last episode, we saw London Price among the league leaders after the first month. Let's see how he fares against Kentucky, and they get smacked. He has 9 points, 2 of 14 shooting, 0 of 6 from the 3-point line. Might be levels to this, London. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals for Rico Ryder. 10 points for TJ Cyrus. It might be levels to this, London. Hofstra going up against Duke. You got Mateo Lingram matching up against Reggie Mack. Gonna get dark. It's gonna get dark. They won by 32 points. Duke, Rich Mack, 28 points, 13 rebounds. Reggie Mack had 15, had 4 fouls, so didn't really get his game all too crazy. And this is the best game so far from Milo Nikolic. 30. Oh my God. Let me slow it down. Slow it down, Reg. Slow it down. All right, let's start this over. Best game of the season for Milo Nikolic. 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Still don't got Matt Adams back. We got so many ball handlers for this Duke squad. And whenever they need a bucket, they can just throw it down into the low post for Rich Mack. UConn, South Florida. UConn suffers their first loss of the season. Trey Phillips, 2 of 11 from the field. They shot 32% as a team. 23 and 12 for Denny Campbell. Chris Williams, 11 points. This might have been his return game. 4 steals and 3 blocks. That's what he does. His value is on the defensive end. He's not going to put a crazy amount of points because he's usually the 4th option when everybody's healthy. But they lost to South Florida. I don't think they have any prospects. They don't. Alabama, Syracuse. Dwayne Cooper. Derek Murray. 2-guard spot. Prospect matchup. Syracuse pulls up the upset. 26 points for Derek Murray. They lost the game, though. Chase Cassie had 8 points, 2 of 7 from the field. Marlon Ellington was 3 of 11. On the other side, D. Coop had 23 and 9 to lead the way for the Syracuse Orange. Texas, Indiana. I'm liking the matchups that we got in the non-conference so far. Texas put up 112. They might be one of the best scoring teams. Another 110 plus game that they put up. Javonte Hall had 21. Jamari Scott had 30. Dustin Williams 23 and 14. Ohio State and Oregon. Oh, this is about to be a great matchup right here. Another matchup. Dante Carter, another challenge for him going up against another 5 spot. So far, he went up against Tay Benton. He went up against Denny Campbell, and now he's going up against Trent Beretta, going up against the best big man the country has to offer. And let's see how this is going to play out. Oregon wins the game by 3 points. 19 for Trent Beretta. On the other side, Dante Carter had 20 and 9. They was both going at it. 3-point victory. No game-winning 3. Ohio State. Oh, they was down by 3. And they hit it at the buzzer. Okay. UNLV is number 4 and Kansas is 19. Let's see how this is about to play out. Yo, nah. Kansas got done like that in Fog Allen? By 40? By 40? Zach Archer, 2 of 6. And you're looking a little suspect when Devin Brown not in the lineup. And it was a power forward matchup between 2 prospects. Dennis Prince, 19 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Absolutely bodied Zach Archer in that matchup. Straight bodied him. UCLA and Gonzaga. TJ Russell going up against Tyson Cambridge. Great matchup between 2 prospects. UCLA pulls out the dub, but TJ Russell was not going down without a fight. He had 29 points to lead the way for his squad. Very efficient from the field. Tyson Cambridge, 22 and 9, also held his own and got the dub as well. Dyson, 11 points on 3 of 12 shooting. Another not good shooting outing for him, but they got the dub. Kentucky, bye game for them. Going up against Missouri State. TJ Cyrus, 19. Rico Ryder, 14. Who they playing in the next game? What tournament are they playing in? They play Michigan next game. And we got Duke versus SMU. Reggie Mack with the lower back strain. And they end up losing that game in Cameron. Reggie Mack only plays 11 minutes. Didn't shoot it well. Milo Nicholas also didn't shoot it well. Rich Mack had 24 and 9, and they lose by 3 points. Heartbreaking loss for Duke. And it's just this Reggie Mack isn't a guy that can't afford to lose. Even though they have Rich Mack, but the depth is shrinking with the injuries that they got going on this season. Another injury he got. Then he had like a rolled ankle, a sprained ankle, or something like that before. And we got Kentucky versus Michigan. Kentucky ends up winning the game. TJ Sowers, 23 points. He's starting to come along. Rico Rado with 21. Yeah, this is more like it. TJ Sowers in that starting lineup. Jasir Kennedy, though, going against competition, he finally hoops. 9 and 18 shooting, put up 29 in the game. And I think this might be a time to put on college hoops tonight. Might be a time. Eventful week. Matt Adams is returning to the starting lineup right as Reggie Mack exited. They need to get chemistry going if they want to make a run in the tournament. But let's get into college hoops tonight.
Welcome, everyone, to the 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel with Clark Kellogg. Just ahead on College Hoops Tonight, we'll take a look at the upcoming big games of the week in college hoops, as well as show you the best action from around the nation. But let's start off with who we selected for our NCAA Player of the Week.
Porter is a favorite to win this award every week, Greg, and he gets it this week. If there is anyone who doesn't consider him one of the best players in the country, just take a look at his last few performances.
Now let's take a look ahead to the games that get top billing on the schedule in the days to come. There are going to be a lot of wins on the sidelines in this matchup. Two of the game's most recognizable figures will meet as they each try to coach their teams to victory. I'd bet on seeing some pretty disciplined basketball. And we have another upcoming contest that promises to be a classic. I'm looking forward to this game just like everybody else. This matchup has the possibility of becoming quite a little rivalry because these teams match up so well against each other, and it's always a heated atmosphere when they're on the court together.
Florida has been playing really well for a long time, and I don't see any reason why they won't keep that up. They've got a great win streak going. Someone will end their streak eventually, but it's going to take a miraculous effort to do it, and I don't see that happening in this game.
Now, let's turn our attention to some of the action of the past week in the NCAA with our Games of the Week. We had the kind of upset this week that makes college hoops so unpredictable and so exciting. Portland knocked off Providence.
If anyone tells you they had this pick, Greg, you know they're lying.
Providence
Is going to be knocked off their top spot after losing to a team like this.
Portland played some absolutely stifling defense. They made the guys on the other side work for every basket, and you can see that reflected in the shooting percentage. They never let up on the defensive end.
They were really able to get into the head of their opponents with their strong, sticky, saran-wrap defense. Anytime you can throw a team's rhythm off in the half court, you know you're playing tough defense.
And next up, let's look back on another great contest from the past week. South Florida got by Connecticut.
This was a thriller from wire to wire, start to finish. Neither team able to pull away due to the high level of play from both sides, and it made for one of the most entertaining games in the tournament so far.
Popish was a man possessed. His 27 points led all scorers. They needed an effort like that to get this win. He saw all sorts of defensive looks, but no matter what they threw at him, he handled it and handled it well.
That'll do it for us here in the studio. For my partner, Clark Kellogg, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for watching College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy the exciting week of college hoops action to come.
All right, now we're looking at the top 25 poll. We got a new #1, Miami, at 11-0, led by Rico Rodder and Zaire Gadsden. UConn got taken down this week. Duke suffered another L. Oh, is there anybody else? I thought there was just someone else that just lost. That was undefeated. Oh, Providence. I think there was the former #1 team, Providence, also took an L this week. So we got UNLV up there, Georgia Tech unfamiliar that's usually up there now. Rider has a better record. They're better record than Duke. They're undefeated. So does Clemson. Clemson's ahead of Duke as well. You got about 4 teams in the top 10 in the SEC, and none of them feature Kentucky. So this is a pretty crazy, pretty wild top 25. Northwestern in the top 25. No UNC in sight. All right, let's get back to Simmons. I'm gonna do 2 more weeks of this episode because that's probably gonna end the non-conference right there. So I might as well just get over with. Creighton, Murray State, James Akinjo. Not James Akinjo. I can't stand James Akinjo when he was on Baylor. OC Akinjo going up against a Power 5 school, and they end up upsetting Creighton. It's not an upset. They both not ranked, but 19-17 going up against a power conference school. Caleb Taylor had 20 points and Camden Hayes had 11. All right, not too many games this week, so yeah. It's probably gonna be quick. Some of these next 2 weeks. St. Mary's going up against UConn. And St. Mary's has Dragonslav at the point guard spot. He has 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists, but they got smacked. They didn't even belong on the same court with them. Denny Campbell had 31 points and 9 rebounds. 15 for Chris Williams and 16 for Trey Phillips. LSU, Santa Clara. Santa Clara at the 5 spot has Oliver Jordan. First matchup that we're seeing Oliver Jordan going up against a Power 5 school and a prospect. And at the 3 spot, you got Julius Lorenzo. Julius and LSU ends up getting a dub. Pours 27 points in that game. Oliver Jordan, 31 points, 7 rebounds, held his own. Lloyd, the best player on the court. Kansas, Gonzaga. Kansas is unranked. They need Devin Brown to come back bad. Would have been a great matchup. Devin Brown going up against TJ Russell. But we not getting that matchup. Let's see if Zach Archer could step up going to Spokane to take on Gonzaga. And Kansas ends up getting a W. Zach Archer, 25 points, 11 rebounds, back to his normal self. On the other side, TJ Russell had 24 points, but they took the L. Houston, St. John's at the 4 spot. Darius Carrington is finally back in the lineup, so we got to see what he's about to get into. But we got at the 4 spot, Dante Knight going up against JJ Kane. This is about to be a great matchup. Houston on the road, taking on St. John's. And Houston ends up getting a W. I don't think Houston ranked. Yeah, I don't think they definitely wasn't ranked. But 8 points, 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 blocks to Darius Carrington, 22 and 7 for Dante Knight. And JJ King had 14 points, 3 of 7 from the field. Duke, Coastal Carolina, bye game for them. And they end up winning by 29 points, 16 for Matt Adams in his return game, 29 and 12 for Rich Mack. And Milo Nikolic only had 4 points, 2 of 7 from the field. Kentucky, Murray State, another big-time matchup for OC Akinjo. So you've seen a couple Power 5 conference schools. Good scheduling for Murray State. And they probably about to get their ass handed to them. Oh, never mind. They almost upset it, though. Well, they hung in the game with them. Only lost by 7 points. OC has 17 points and 14 rebounds. One thing that's really been translating in the games that he's played in is the rebounding. One of the best rebounders in the nation, no doubt about it. TJ Cyrus was in foul trouble all game long, didn't play a lot of minutes, but Rico Ryder had 18. Now we got Long Beach State taking on Oregon. London Price, Trent Beretta, 2 guys to look out for in this matchup. And Oregon, 28 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 blocks by Trent Beretta, showing why he's projected to be in a top 10 in the NBA draft. And London Price, 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 12 assists, showing that he could compete at this level and showing that he's ready for Showtime. All right. That last game, he was looking real suspect, but London Price, near triple-double, ended up losing that game, but showing that he definitely belongs in that conversation and could, I don't know, he might sneak his way in that first round. Late first round pick, potentially. And Reggie Mack has returned into the lineup, so he only missed like one game. I think, yeah, he only missed like one game. And Julian Love is finally back as well. Now we get into his last week. UConn, Fordham. UConn wins by 32. Trey Phillips, 19 points, 13 rebounds, 22 for Julian Love, wasting no time to get himself back into it. 13 for Chris Williams. Danny Campbell, I'll skip you. 14 and 5. Okay. Gonzaga, Santa Clara. Oh my God, they put a smackdown on them. I think I moved Gonzaga to the Mountain West because usually this is a conference matchup. Gonzaga had, TJ Russell for Gonzaga had 21 points as they won by 42. Oliver Jordan only had 8 and 5. Also had 7 turnovers, 1 of 11 from the field. How the hell are you 7 feet and you 1 of 11 from the field? Syracuse and Kentucky. Kentucky got that backcourt now starting. TJ Cyrus and Rico Ryder going up against Dwayne Cooper. Gonna be interesting to see how Dwayne Cooper plays in this matchup. And Kentucky sneaks away with a 1-point victory as D. Coop does not know time and score. They needed a 3 to tie the game. Damn, they gave him a chance at everything. Buddy sold on both free throws, and he took a layup. Shameful. 28 points for Rico Ryder. 11 for TJ Cyrus. D. Coop had 21. Notre Dame, Duke. This is the first time Duke has had their whole squad, since the first game of the season. Notre Dame is in trouble. That's funny, right? I said Notre Dame's in trouble, and Duke just got smacked by Notre Dame. Damn, this Duke team needs to regroup. They don't have any chemistry at all. 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists for Reggie Mack in his return game. Had 5 turnovers. They couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop a parked car. 14 points for Reggie Mack. Why he only played 24 minutes and he only had 2 fouls? Matt Adams also in foul trouble too. Oh, I think Notre Dame had a prospect. Yeah, Vladimir Florence. I ended up changing his name as well. He had 16 in the game. This is they lost a really bad Notre Dame team. This is a second bad loss. They lost to SMU and Duke. Not Duke. SMU and Notre Dame. 2 bad losses for Duke. You don't think the squad is better in this, but like it's really just been like the injuries and chemistry so far. But I don't think that's the excuse why they shouldn't be losing these games. Kentucky going up against Bradley. Melo Jones is one of the best scorers at the mid-major level and just best scorers in the country, period. Going up against Rico Ryder. Kentucky's definitely going to win this game. And right when I say that, it's always about to be a close-ass game. TJ Cyrus had 9 points, 2 of 5 from the field. Rico Ryder struggled as well. But let's see what Melo Jones did. Melo, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. Was trying to do as much as he can to put him on that upset alert. But they just couldn't hit any jumpers in the 3-point line. They shot 27% from 3. They would have even got it to like 34%, 33%. They probably would have upsetted Kentucky. UTEP and Kansas. At the 4 spot, got a great matchup. Devin Brown is still not back. Well, he got to separate his shoulders, so that's definitely going to take some time in a couple weeks. Zach Archer, Trayvon Blackman. Gonna be a great matchup. Kansas ends up winning. Trayvon Blackman 6-9. How do you defend Zach Archer though? Zach Archer only had 9 points, 4 turnovers, 2 of 9 from the field. Great defense by Trayvon Blackman. Stock going up. Scouts noticed that. UConn Xavier. Conference game. I think the first conference game. UConn wins by 5. 18 points for Trey Phillips. Yeah, really the only notable thing for this UConn squad. Oh, I forgot to take a look at, my gosh, Sazowski's stats. He had 27 points, 9 rebounds. Got to highlight that. And I don't think we have any more games for this week. Damn, Duke. They about to get out the top 10 again. Oh, Devin Brown is going to be back in this next episode. And we're about to end this off here. After we do the top 2K Sports. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. 2K Sports, college hoops tonight. I'm going to end it off after this. It's your boy, Reggie. I hope you enjoyed this. Enough talking for me. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And let's get into it.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Greg Gumbel here with my partner, Clark Kellogg. Coming up on College Hoops Tonight, we'll take a look at the upcoming big games of the week in college hoops, as well as show you the best action from around the nation. But let's start off with who we selected for our NCAA Player of the Week.
Number 53 is our choice this week, and he might be winning an even bigger award at the end of the year. There is a lot of talk about him as a Player of the Year candidate.
Now let's take a look ahead to the games that get top billing on the schedule in the days to come. I'm looking forward to this game just like everybody else. This matchup has the possibility of becoming quite a little rivalry because these teams match up so well against each other, and it's always a heated atmosphere when they're on the court together. But that's not the only item on the schedule that has NCAA fans buzzing. There are 2 of the sport's great head coaches facing off in this contest. These men are synonymous with the game of college basketball itself, and no matter how much respect they have for each other, you know there's quite a bit of pride on the line.
Alabama plays a brand of defense that should make the difference in this game. They are a tough team to score against, and if you don't squeeze the orange, they'll take it. I think they'll be in top form for this contest.
Now, let's turn our attention to some of the action of the past week in the NCAA with our Games of the Week. We get started with an important conference battle in the Big Ten. Michigan State knocked off Iowa.
The Michigan State Spartans
Got a big win in this matchup as they were able to snag a huge conference win. It's wins just like this that give you a chance to compete for your conference championship.
Michigan State was going into this game looking to build some momentum, and I think they did it, Greg. This win really impressed me just in the way the players carried themselves. They looked to me like a team that could really get into a groove and start doing some serious damage to their opponents.
And what a game we had as 2 top 10 teams squared off. Providence toppled Marquette.
This was like a heavyweight fight back and forth, and both sides landed their fair share of big punches. You've got to expect that from a pair of top 10 teams like these, and they did not let us down. Rogers was a man possessed. His 22 points led all scorers. Watching him basically put his teammates on his back and single-handedly carry them to the victory in a big game situation like this was stupendous.
That'll do it for us here in the studio. For my partner, Clark Kellogg, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for watching College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy the exciting week of college hoops action to come.